winter fast approaching on this December afternoon. AFC East rivals set to renew acquaintances at MetLife Stadium. It's the Dolphins and the Jets, and it's coming up next. With Greg Olson, I'm Mike Tirico. These division games, so important this time of year, so strap in as the Dolphins and Jets get underway in the NFL Rivalry Series. So the Jets offense ready to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by the veteran quarterback, plays college ball at Virginia Tech. It's Tyrod Taylor.
You know, it's funny how time flies, Mike, and we won't call him old. We'll just call him experienced. And here's a guy who's been doing this for a really long time at a high level, and he's going to hope that some of that experience works in his favor today. And when he plays well, this is proven to be a really hard team to beat.
First carry of the game now, and here's Breece Hall. And that play gets nothing. So no gain on the game's first snap. Dolphins and Jets meeting for the second time here. One of the many rivalries the NFL is highlighting this season. And you think about this rivalry, quarterbacks who took their teams to the title, and they're in the Hall of Fame. Broadway Joe Namath, Bob Greasy, and Don Shula on the sideline for so many.
Well, here early on, if this pass rush continues to get home at this rate, this is going to be a long day for this offense. They're going to have to put some extra guys in there, mix in some play action, keep this pass rush off balance.
This opening drive not going as scripted. It is 3rd and long. Here's Taylor. And he'll just have to throw this one away. There was nowhere to go downfield. And now it's going to bring up a 4th down.
I think it's a smart play, especially this early in the game. I don't think you want to start forcing throws, take any unnecessary risks, allow your team to get settled in, don't have any sudden change turnovers. So I think in the end there, he made the right move.
On the return, here's Washington. But he cannot get away. Great job down there to hold him to a short return. The Miami offense set to go, led by 27-year-old Tua Tagovailoa. Greg, hard to believe, 6th season as the Dolphins quarterback.
One of the few southpaws we have playing quarterback in the NFL, Mike, and while he doesn't have one of the strongest arms, he makes up for it with great anticipation and pinpoint accuracy. So what it does, it allows him to throw very catchable balls. A lot of his receivers do a lot of the damage after the catch, and only time's going to tell how this one plays out. But when he's on his game, they're due for a lot of blitz.
And this play going nowhere. He is taken down behind the line of scrimmage on their first play of the game.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. That one out wide to Achane. And this yields nothing. He's out of bounds right at the line of scrimmage.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short game.
It is 3rd and long. From the gun, here's Tua. That's caught on the right side by Waddle. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down. for no gain.
A gain of only a yard.
That's just one of those drives that was out of whack from the start, Mike. They just couldn't get anything going on the early downs, and they'll most likely punt the ball away and hope that their defense can do the same thing and get them the ball back.
A fair catch called for and made just beyond their own 50. Here come the Jets. They are wearing their NFL Rivalry-inspired uniform set. And of the 8 teams who got the special treatment, this might be the sharpest of the bunch. This has been called their Gotham City Football Club set. Green, black, a little gray trim. Sure to be a fan favorite. We'll see if the fashion folks on Madison Avenue give it 2 thumbs up as well. The drive begins with a run, and it's Hall. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
Well, this play, Mike, was clearly about the job of this defensive line. Great job holding their ground, forcing these blockers to be stood up. Nowhere to go for this running back, and they hold him to no gain.
They'll go again with Hall. And a pick his way forward, a gain of about 5. And that's going to set up 3rd down.
I think every running back's dream is that he's going to run through a wide-open hole and have breakaway touchdowns, but that's not necessarily the case very often in the NFL. So the backs that are the best are the ones that can get more yardage than maybe what's blocked for, and I think this is a nice physical gain here that they can continue to build off of as the game unfolds.
Intended for Alan Lazard.
But I think it would be a bit of an understatement, Mike, to say that this offense has come out today a bit flat. They haven't picked up a single first down through the first 2 drives, and barring a really aggressive decision here, they'll have to wait to their 3rd series to see if they can make it happen.
Fair catch is called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. The Dolphins offense ready for their 2nd possession. They'll search for the first points of this game as they begin the drive on 1st and 10. In motion, it's Waddle. Off play action, it's Tua. Forced out wide. Off he goes. Terrific start to this drive. Gain of 23 and a first down.
It's a gain of 23 yards. That's good for a Dolphins first down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
You know this defense worked all week defending this quarterback as a scrambler, as a runner. But sometimes it's just hard to simulate until you see him in real life. His speed, his ability to create. We saw him get him here early on the big scramble. He's able to pick up the first down and keep the drive alive.
Tua, give it to Achane. And they'll take this down inside the 35. A gain there of 10 yards. First down, Miami.
Really nice explosive play there on the ground. And tell you what, for these fans sitting in the stadium, they're not used to seeing their home team pushed around. So continue to be physical at the line of scrimmage. Mix in the runs with the pass. And if they can continue to generate these big explosive runs, I don't think they need to go away from it.
He'll get this complete. Nick Westbrook-Akine. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10. It's a gain of 26, and it'll set up 1st and goal.
This is a really nice job of just finding a hole in coverage, Mike. And I used to say, hey, when you're open, stay open. That's the art of route running versus zone coverage. And it's a friendly target for the quarterback in space, and they're able to convert.
To the 5-yard line.
Tackle made at the 5-yard line. A pickup of 2 brings up 2nd and goal.
Second and goal. Back to throw is Tua. They'll set up the receiver screen with Waddle.
It's pretty well read there defensively. Anytime you throw these quick passes to the wide receivers, you're looking to pick your gain up after the catch. So let's give credit to the defense. Rally and tackle in space and keep that to a pretty modest gain.
Line of scrimmage, the 3. 3rd and goal. A shotgun snap for Tua. Under pressure, and down he goes. They've got him back at the 10.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
Out comes Riley Patterson to try the field goal. This, about as short as you can get. Patterson's kick is good. And the Dolphins will take a 3-0 lead.
Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in 1st and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
So after the field goal to open up the scoring, the kicker's back out for this kickoff. Panay Wanwu now to return. Now an opening past the 30. Oh, very good field position to start as the return is past the 40. The Jets offense ready to see what they can do. And so far, 2 drives, 2 punts, no first downs. Not a winning formula as they start drive number 3. Here's a zone read to start the drive. And that play going nowhere. The defense all over that one. They'll bring them down for a big loss.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
On 2nd down, a run with Hall. And the D closes quickly. He stopped after a gain of a yard. It was Tyrell Dodson that time on the tackle.
Brings up 3rd and 13.
3rd and long. Taylor. Headed left, buying time. And that's a veteran quarterback doing what veterans do. Don't take the extra hit. Got the 1st down, get down. The drive continues.
Jets, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
The defensive line has to do a better job of contain rushing, especially on 3rd down, Mike. You can't rush one-on-one. You have to rush as a unit. Keep the quarterback in the pocket, and when you let him get loose, this is what's going to happen.
That's to the running back, Breece Hall. And he's not going to be able to get away. Good defense on the perimeter. It'll be a loss of yardage.
2nd and 12.
To play corner in this league, Mike, you have to have great reactions and instincts. In this case, he trusts those instincts from the jump, and he's able to send the offense going backwards as a result.
Now, Taylor. And that one's incomplete, but a late flag comes in. Looked like he might have gotten there early.
Automatic 1st down.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Back to throw is Taylor. And he's not able to get away. He does manage to get back to the original line of scrimmage, and that'll set up second down.
Brings up second and
Really
10.
nice start for this defense here
26-yard
early
line.
through the first quarter. Two different players each recording a sack. Offensive line's going to have to get together on the sideline with their coach and identify where's the weakness in our protection, how can we get extra bodies and extra attention, because we still got a long way to go in this one.
And they're going to get him a second time. He goes down again. Zach Sealer in for the sack. It is a loss of 8, and now it's third down.
I think the most frustrating element to all of this is when you look downfield, there's guys open. There's plays to be made downfield in the passing game, but quite frankly, the pass protection has just been so bad that they haven't been able to take advantage of any of it.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's third and long. To throw is Taylor. Forced to his right. He'll try to run for it. And he's able to take this for good yardage before sliding and hitting the deck to end the play.
11 yards.
Sometimes it's just a case of taking what the defense gives you. And here's one of those examples. There's nowhere for him to go with the ball. For a minute, it looked like he was going to be able to pick up this first down with his legs. The defense rallies, brings him down short of the first down marker, sets up fourth down.
Folks' kick is good. And the Jets will tie the game at 3 apiece.
And that's really well done here, Mike. I mean, everything's in rhythm. A good snap, a good hold, and a good kick ties this game.
So the field goal ties things up, and we're back at it as this kicks away. On the return, Malik Washington. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. Out comes Miami and the offense to get started on their next drive. All even here in this opening quarter. And the drive will begin with first down. On the ground to start the drive, it's Achane. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And that's it.
The size, the speed, and the strength of this defensive tackle was on full display, Mike. He defeats the block, strikes the ball carrier at the line of scrimmage. He's able to bring him down, keep it to no gain.
He'll try again here, second and 10. Throwing is Tua. Now a screen set up for Achane. And he won't get away. Good open field tackle there to get him down behind the line.
Tackle made back at the 22-yard line.
So a field goal apiece here in that first quarter. All even, 3 apiece the score. More from MetLife Stadium after this. The Dolphins in possession of the football. We begin the second quarter, third and long, as we are ready to get back underway. Third and long. Here's Tua. He's going to air this one out, and that is incomplete.
And this offense just cannot get anything going right now on third down. If you ask any offensive play caller throughout the entire league, Mike, the importance of third down, maintaining possession, making the defense stay on the field and have long extended drives, it is critical to not only scoring points, but ultimately winning in the NFL.
Now, fair catch will be taken out near the 35-yard line. So now the Jets offense ready to take over once more. They'll work in a tie game here in the second quarter and get started with first and 10. looking to throw. That one incomplete. The defender right there to make the play. And it's second down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. And this is too far out in front. That one's incomplete. Jeremy Ruckert was the intended target. And third down coming up.
I love that they continue to stay aggressive here, Mike, and that route right there, we used to call it a big 8. It's a deep post route, but the ball placement isn't exactly where it needs to be, and that's a missed opportunity.
Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. That is Bradley Chubb. Tough to stop. He comes up with the sack.
These pass rushers, they love these situations where they can just pin their ears back and go after the quarterback. They knew they had a chance to put an end to this drive, and they didn't let it go to waste.
Here's Austin McNamara now, as he's on to punt for the Jets. Now fair catch, and he'll take it at about the 24-yard line. The Dolphins offense headed back to take over once more. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Man in motion here is Washington. He'll get this out wide. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line. 19 yards right away to kick off this drive.
First down.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the first down.
And not much there. Good defense, held to no gain.
The best linebackers at this level, Mike, they have all the physical attributes. That's a given. But it's really their instincts. It's their ability to dissect and predetermine where the ball is going before the ball is even snapped. And you could see with how fast he met the back at the point of attack, he knew exactly what play was coming. A bit of a quick hitter here. What you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
3rd and 9. Tua gonna throw. The pressure gets there, and down he goes.
This offensive line has to do a better job, Mike, of communicating the protection pre-snap, especially on these key third downs. The blitz overwhelms them from the jump, and now they're picking their quarterback off the ground.
Here's Jake Bailey now, as he's on to punt for Miami. And no run back here. Fair catch taken at the 17-yard line. The Jets offense ready to come back out for this next possession. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Throwing, Taylor. He's got a receiver, Alan Lazard. And he's going to be marked down up around the 33. 16 yards on the game, and a quick first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Doing a nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
He'll find Hall out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
I wouldn't be surprised if some point here in the future, Mike, this quarterback drops back. It looks like the same old hitch route underneath, and they give a pump fake and go. You can lull a defense to sleep with a lot of these underneath quick game passes, and once you do, you can try to go for the big one.
Oh, they're on him in a flash, and he lost the football. And it looked like one of the Jets was able to get in there and secure it, and they did, so they keep the ball.
And they should consider themselves lucky. You can't let a pass rusher through that quickly and not expect there to be consequences. Fortunately, they're at least able to fall on it and prevent this from being a complete disaster.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. They'll throw out of the gun. That one too far out in front. It is incomplete. Mason Taylor, the tight end, the intended receiver. And that's going to lead to a 4th down.
I like the fact that they took a shot on 3rd and long, right? A lot of offenses in that situation would be a little bit more conservative playing for the 4th down punt. They're trying to pick up a big chunk play through the air, but now that you can't connect, it all but guarantees you got to punt this ball away as it brings up 4th and mile.
The Dolphins offense about ready to take over once more. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground. It's A-10. Finding room across midfield. He's going to be out of bounds inside the 40-yard line. How about 25 yards to start the drive? 1st down.
Well, that's how you get a drive started. A big play here in the run game, and you have to imagine this is something we're going to continue to see. Success early in the drive typically results in success later in the drive.
Sideline, inside the 25. And he's going to be out of bounds, but they're going to mark him inside the 10-yard line. They are cooking to begin this drive. This play going for 30 yards.
Really nice job getting this ball out to the edge, and then once he's able to get clear of the D-line, get vertical and accelerate down the sideline. That's a great run. He's forced out of bounds, but not before setting up 1st and goal.
And he's going to lose yardage here, taken down back at the 8.
A loss was definitely not something they had accounted or budgeted for in this spot. And now, I think it really limits. What do you feel comfortable dialing up here on 2nd and goal?
It's back at the 8 now for 2nd and goal. Here's 2. Pushed out to his left, and he'll take this one in. Tua Tagovailoa. Touchdown, Dolphins. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs can be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
Riley Patterson now to add the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Dolphins take a 10-3 lead.
Jets 3.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. To return, it's Isaiah Davis. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Jets offense ready to take over possession of the football. Just the lone field goal for them so far, down 10-3 in this one. And they'll start 1st and 10. Now, faking the give, and he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long. Micah Fitzpatrick multiple times All-Pro in his safety spot to record the sack.
Mike, this isn't real complicated. You're just not going to win a lot of NFL games when you continue to give up sacks at the rate that they are. I mean, this is just a complete disaster for this offensive line, and if they don't get it fixed, this game could be a runaway.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. The motion man is Johnson. Now they'll set up to throw. That's complete. It's Adonai Mitchell. And they will finally run him down. A big play for the Jets. 31 yards.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
And they're going to work this down inside the 45. A gain of 11 on that one. Good for a Jets 1st down.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
He was brought down by Jack Jones. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the Dolphins' 37-yard line.
So, from the 37, here's 2nd down and 5. On the option, here's Hall. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 10 yards, and the Jets have a 1st down.
1st and 10.
Nice job by them getting the back to the perimeter. Then he's able to get outside, stick his foot in the ground, and then get vertical. Right down the numbers. Those are the type of runs this offense wants to see more of going forward.
A zone read here, and he's going to keep this himself. He won't gain a lot of traction there. Down only to the 24.
2 yards on
nice job by the defense. They had that one well read from the beginning, Mike. Someone's responsible for the running back, but the key here was the defender responsible for the quarterback. Stays with him, keeps him to a short gain.
Give up the middle with Hall. He'll get this ahead for about 3. Michigan man Kenneth Grant, drafted 13th overall, there for the stop.
4 brings up 3rd and 4.
Here's a 3rd down and 4.
I got it.
They'll look to throw. That is caught to the goal line and in. Tyler Johnson, touchdown, New York.
You know, Mike, at this level, not all touchdowns are created equal. There's some plays that result in touchdowns, and then there are touchdown strikes. And this one is the latter. I mean, you talk about a confidently thrown ball on the money downfield. It doesn't get a lot better than this, and his receiver is able to take it in for 6.
The veteran Nick Folk here for the extra point. got it. And the Jets will tie things up. It's now 10-10.
At 10.
So back to level after the touchdown, and time for the kickoff. Here comes D. Eskridge on the return. He'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop. Devon Achad ready to take the field with the rest of his Miami offensive teammates. They'll start out first down and 10. Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete.
I think now we're starting to see this defense start to make some adjustments. We saw him give up a few plays earlier in the game, especially to this back. So he's someone they have to understand. He's not just going to hurt you on the ground. He also is a threat in the passing game. So nice job there making some adjustments on the back end, and they forced the incomplete.
Yeah, and he's going to be taken down as we hit the 2-minute warning here in this first half. Here's first and 10. In motion is Hill. Out of the pistol, here's Tua. And he's going to complete this to Waddle, working across the field. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
That's another.
It's a big play there for Miami. 31 yards.
28-yard line.
What is
This defense just gets punched in the mouth on that one, Mike, and it just seemed from up here that not everyone on defense was on the same page, and the offense was able to take advantage of it. The defense has to clean things up here in a hurry, because if they don't, they could be in for a long day.
And he's out of bounds on the pass play, but that's good for 8 yards.
The timing of these RPO concepts, that's the entire key. Remember, Mike, in the college game, they get a 3-yard window that they're allowed to be downfield even on a forward pass. That's not the rule in the NFL. These decisions have to be made quickly. If not, even after a good pickup, you could be coming back due to a flag.
And that is going nowhere in a hurry. Finally taken down well behind the line.
I can promise you that when that play caller sent that second and short play in, he never imagined his next play call would be 3rd and long. But after that loss there, that's the case, and he's got to be scratching his head.
Throwing on 3rd down, Tagovailoa. And that is incomplete. He was looking for Nick Westbrook-Akine there. And now it's 4th down.
I like the idea of taking your shot there on 3rd down, pushing the ball downfield, looking for the touchdown. But now as it brings up 4th down, you're already this close. You're in field goal range, but do you keep that offense on the field and try to maintain possession and see if you can come away with 6?
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Dolphins get 3 here late in the first half to take the lead.
And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. Davis now to return it. Across the 20, they'll mark them down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. The Jets offense going to take over here in the last minute of this first half. They'll begin with 1st and 10. We're going to start this drive on the ground. It's Hall. The hold closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. Now the Jets going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining here in half number 1. Second and 7. Here's Taylor. Throw across his body is complete. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. Now a timeout, Jets. It'll be their second as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. They'll come up here. 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. Now screen going to be set up for Davis. And that one's not fooling anyone. They were on that screen from the start. And a loss of yards on the play.
At the 49-yard line.
So after the loss on 1st, here's 2nd and 14. Back to throw. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force 3rd down.
And 14.
All right, so the ball falls incomplete, but I think what it does now, Mike, is it allows you to stop the clock, get in the huddle, take a deep breath, and now your play caller has to give you the best play. Go get points here before the half and try to build something going into halftime.
He'll try and get there on the ground. He's going to be brought down very close to that line to gain. They're going to mark him just a bit short. And now it's 4th down.
13 on the play. It's 4th down.
Nick Folk now on with the field goal unit. This is going to be from 53 yards out. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Jets will tie this game up here late in the first half.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Scott Hansen back with you in the studios in Orlando. We've got a close one as we expected. No quarter given on either side. We are all tied up at the break. This one could go either way, so let's find out as they're ready for the 3rd quarter kickoff. Send it back out to the stadium and our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thank you, my friend. Back here on EA Sports as we count down to the kickoff of this second half. Could not ask for more from that first half. All even as we begin quarter number 3. Washington now to return it. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Dolphins offense going to have a first crack at it as we begin this 3rd quarter. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Man in motion here is Washington. A run, and it's A-Chan. And he is crushed in the backfield. Defenders firing through. Shut it down right away for a loss of yardage.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, second and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
He is hit before he can get rid of this, and down he goes. Jermaine Johnson, the former first-round pick, in there to bring him down.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the third sack of the game. And this defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
Third and a long way to go. In motion, Westbrook-Akine. From the gun on third down, Tunga Vailoa. Tries to get that one down the field, but it is incomplete.
We had a chance to sit down with the defensive coaches the other day, and we asked them, give us a few key points for today's game. And the first thing out of their mouth, Mike, what was it? It was, we got to get off the field on third down. Well, here we are in the second half, and they've done just that. Right now, this offense has no answers on third down.
Not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free. The Jets offense getting ready for their opening possession of this second half. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. That is caught left side by Taylor. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
That's good.
That one good for 29.
In order for this play to be successful against man coverage, Mike, two things need to happen. One, the quarterback has to anticipate the break. He has to get that ball out on time. And then the rest is the receiver creating the separation at the top. When both are accomplished, you can see what the results are.
And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
Great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming. And he's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Another run here with Paul. He'll manage only about 3, so it will bring up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
Taylor. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Jets will take the lead here in the 3rd quarter.
Job number 1 on this drive, find a way to get the lead. They, of course, would have loved to score a touchdown, Mike. But 3 points here, that's a pretty good consolation prize as it moves them out in front.
So Nick Folk back out after the made field goal. He'll boot this one away. Washington now to return it. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field. Devon Achad ready to take the field with the rest of his Miami offensive teammates. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. In motion, it's Waddle. A play fake. Now 2 with a throw. A lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
To throw on 2nd down, it's Tua. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down.
So after picking up some positive yardage on 1st down, they end up going backwards on 2nd. That sack now brings up 3rd and long, and what most of the time is a very pass-happy situation makes them very one-dimensional.
From the gun, here's Tua. Sending it deep for Waddle. That is hard. And he's going to be brought down inside the 15. A big play and a much-needed one as well. That's a gain of 72 yards.
At the 13-yard line.
Pretty easy to see why he continues to be a main focal point for this offense throughout the entire game. That play not only extends the drive, but now they find themselves in plus territory and hope to come away with some points.
On the handoff, this is Achane. And he will get into the end zone. Devon Achane. Touchdown, Miami.
Touchdown, Dolphins.
You just don't see these kind of holes too often at this NFL level, Mike, and you can see once he got the ball, the clear line to the end zone, he doesn't get touched, and an unfortunate defensive breakdown here ends up costing him 6 points.
Patterson now to add the extra point. He's got it. And the Dolphins have taken a 4-point advantage.
Dolphins 20, Jets 16.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. For the return, here comes Davis. And this will wind up working out well. He's going to take it up to the 40-yard line. Good return. So now the Jets offense ready to take over once more. They trail by 4. A touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. Here comes Hall. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
And they've really done a nice job defensively holding them in check. I mean, ideally, you'd want your back to average around 4 yards a pop, but they're falling short of that threshold as of now, and partially it's why they find themselves trailing at this stage in the game.
A give. Here's Hall. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
You want to see linebackers play downhill, Mike, meaning there's not a lot of side-to-side pursuit. They're attacking the line of scrimmage, attacking the ball carrier. That's exactly what we saw out of this guy here. He's able to make the stop at the line of scrimmage and keep it to no gain.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
This has been a masterful game plan defensively. I mean, not only have they found their mismatches and been able to exploit them, it's led to 7 sacks so far. I mean, even when the offense seems to make an adjustment, Mike, the defense just still seems to be one step ahead of them.
On now comes the punt team for the Jets. As this drive went backwards, he's on to kick it away. This brought in out past the 20. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. Devon Achane ready to take the field with the rest of his Miami offensive teammates. And you have to imagine the defense is saying, how do we stop this guy? He has run roughshod through him to this point in the third quarter. On play action, it's Tagovailoa. Finds his tight end, Dulcich. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play-action passing game. And you can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice gain to his tight end.
In motion, it's Waddle. On second down, Achane. He'll push forward for about a yard. Jarvis Brownlee in on the tackle.
And with that run, Mike, even though it brings up third down, it still keeps this offense in what they call a 50-50 downs. It means with the down and distance provided, you can call a run or a pass, and both are equal threats. And that's what makes it so hard for these defenses to defend those situations.
In trouble, and he's going to be taken down.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
Punt team comes out. Dolphins going to kick it away. As he's on for the 5th time this afternoon. To return is Williams. And it's a good solid return as he takes it back up near midfield. The Jets offense ready to take over once again. They'll start with great field position up at their 45. They'll send a tight end in motion. Here's Hall. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up second down.
And we're starting to see the fruits of their labor paying off here. I mean, they've used this run game to throw a bunch of body blows throughout the entire contest. And while some of the carries didn't result in much at the time, it's clear they're starting to take its toll on this defense.
A run here with Hall. And he's going to fight forward. Didn't get a whole lot, but it's going to be enough to move the chains.
It's possible they could have tried to be a little bit more aggressive on second down, knowing they had 3rd and inches in their back pocket. But I don't think anyone's going to complain. Pick up the first down, extend the drive, see if you can go score.
To throw is Taylor. Taylor loses the football. And no turnover here. One of the guards able to get the football and get on it to keep possession.
Sometimes these games in the NFL, Mike, they get decided by simply how the ball bounces. I mean, how often do we see a quarterback in the pocket get strip sack, and that ball ends up going the other direction? Fortunately for them, they can regroup, get back in the huddle, and live another day. Ball falls into the hands of his own guy, and we'll see if they can dodge this bullet. I got high standards for offensive players, but in this case, Mike, I think I'm giving all the credit to the defender. He timed that one up perfectly, and what could have been an easy play ends up as an incomplete.
Now, Taylor. He airs this one out looking for Mechie. And penalty flags come in as it winds up incomplete, but no doubt there was contact there.
Automatic first down.
So they move inside the 20, 1st and 10 at the 18. Quick throw there. That's going to wind up incomplete. Well, the receiver really didn't have much time to get himself open. So the incompletion brings up second down.
Second and 10.
Sometimes it's those footsteps. I don't care how long you've been playing or at what level you've been playing at. When that defender's bearing down, you really get a good idea of what guys are willing to go through contact to secure a catch, and in this case, what guys are unwilling.
And the Jets are going to have 1st and goal. Good running. Gets them down to about the 2-yard line.
16 yards.
A huge advantage to red zone offense is the ability to run the ball. In this case, I thought he was going to score. Takes it all the way down inside the 2, sets up 1st and goal.
2 yards from 6 points. It is 1st down and goal. Hall trying to find a crease in that mass of humanity, but he's going to come up short.
No gain on the play.
Well, after being stopped for no gain on 1st down on the ground, Mike, it brings up the question. 2nd and goal from the 2, what do? I like throwing it. I don't like waiting till 3rd down to air the ball out. So if they want to take a shot at the end zone, I think it's got to be here on 2nd and goal.
Davis will take this one in. Touchdown, Jets.
Make no mistake about it, he may get the glory, but that does not happen without unbelievable blocking up front. So let's give the big guys all the credit in the world. He's able to displace the defense right there at the point of attack, and that's about as easy a goal line touchdown as you're going to see all year.
Folk now for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Jets go up by a field goal as they lead it by 3.
20.
After the touchdown, out is Folk to kick this one away. Washington now to return it. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line.
The Dolphins take over.
Dolphins offense and receiver Jalen Waddle getting ready to go back to work. And he was unguardable in the first half. You see the numbers as they try to add to those here in the 3rd quarter. Man in motion here is Washington. fake the handoff. Now, Tua. He'll get this out to the left flat. And no place to go. He's hit and taken down behind the line.
The quick passing game in the NFL, Mike, is so dependent on yards after the catch. You got to generate space with the scheme, and then it's up to the receiver to do the rest. In this case, nice job defensively, because this guy couldn't even get back to the original line of scrimmage.
Room to run at the 35. Past the 45. That'll change things. Out of bounds inside the 35. A big play and a much-needed one as well. 45 yards.
At the 31-yard line.
Well, I'm not sure you're going to find a better example of just pure speed in the open field than that run right there. I mean, when he got past the first wave, you got the sense that he might just be able to outrun everybody on the field.
And this is going to be a big loss. He kept retreating, looking for an escape hatch, found nothing. And they get him down well behind the line.
Back at the 38-yard line.
Look, Mike, I realize most people, if they saw a lineman of his size waiting for him, they would just run the other way. But it's his job to try to find a way around the big fella and get what he can. Running backwards only turns a small setback into a much bigger one.
So we are through 3. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. A shotgun snap for Tua. This one pulled in by Westbrook-Akine. And he will get into the end zone. Nick Westbrook-Akine. Touchdown, Dolphins. What a game this has been. Back and forth we go, and that fourth quarter score changes the lead one more time.
And we've seen the lead go back and forth, Mike, and now the question is, can they get a stop? Can they find a way defensively to hang on to this lead and get themselves this big win?
On comes Patterson for the PAT. His kick is good. And the Dolphins have taken a 4-point advantage.
Jets 23.
So now playing with the lead after that fourth quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. Davis now to return it. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Jets offense getting set to get back to work. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Taylor looking to throw. Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete.
He's just unable to secure the catch through the contact, and really nice job timing that hit up by the defense. And at this point, all you can do is get up, get back in the huddle, and hope your quarterback gives you another shot.
2nd and 10. Back to throw is Taylor. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
That throwaway certainly isn't ideal in this situation, especially when you're trailing at this stage of the game, but no damage done. Move on to the next play.
Big play coming up. This is third down. Throwing, Taylor. He gets this complete to Mitchell. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield. A gain there of 23 yards. Good for a Jets first down.
At the 48-yard line.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you?
And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
A 9-yard loss.
You can tell that all these hits, Mike, they're starting to add up. He just doesn't look comfortable. His eyes aren't downfield. You can see his feet aren't settled. When you get sacked this many times in a game, it's kind of hard to blame him, but he's definitely feeling it.
Now they'll set up to throw. And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack. Zach Sealer getting in for the sack, and that's going to lead to third and very long.
This guy's like a man amongst boys right now out here, Mike, and you just don't see these sort of dominant performances on the NFL level very often. I mean, whether they got to double team him or keep sliding the protection to him, I don't care what they got to do. Someone has to block this guy because he's completely destroying the entire game.
Throwing now on third and long. And he'll let it go deep for Johnson.
It's just so hard to be a good offense in the NFL, Mike, when you are not good on third down. Your inability to extend drives, it either puts a lot of pressure on your coaches to be aggressive on fourth down or simply punt or take a field goal. You have to maintain possession and give you more cracks to score touchdowns.
Fair catch made here. The drive will start at the 23-yard line.
First and 10.
Now, Tua and the Miami offense head out for their next possession. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. In motion, it's Waddle. Tua will give it to Achane, finding room at the 35. And they will finally track him down inside the 40-yard line. A big one here in the fourth quarter. 37 yards.
A gain of 37 yards. First down, Dolphins.
And this is the point of the game, Mike, where you really can start leaning on your run game and try to close this game out. You've got the lead, you're in the fourth quarter, and they're able to pop off a big run.
From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. Once again, it's Achane. Not much to speak of on that one, maybe a gain of a yard. It's second down.
Tackle made at the 38-yard line. 1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Off the bootleg, here's Tua. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him. That is Will McDonald in there for a loss of 5 on the sack. And now it's 3rd down.
And the big guys up front in the offensive line just continue to not be on the same page. And we've seen it time and time again here today. This pass rush remains one step ahead of them. and it's the quarterback who continues to pay the price.
3rd and long. Here's Tua. That's deep for the back of the end zone. That is caught. What a throw. Jalen Waddle. Touchdown, Miami. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the 4th quarter. Get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the 4th quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
Patterson now to add the extra point. It's up and through. And the Dolphins will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter.
23.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. On the return, here comes Davis. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. The Jets offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. The drive begins with a run, and it's home. And that'll be a pickup of 3.
And as of right now, they find themselves trailing at the moment, but it's certainly not because of the ground game. I mean, he's averaging over 4 yards per carry. Just hasn't been enough to overcome some of their shortcomings elsewhere.
From the 29. Here's 2nd down and 6.
Hey, that's your man. That's your man.
They'll look to throw. He'll step up and run.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
Here's a 3rd down and 4. Here's Taylor. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
We're starting to see in these passing situations, Mike, this defensive line is starting to have their way against this group up front because right now, their pass protection is breaking down and his quarterback's paying the price for it.
On comes the punt team now for the Jets. Fair catch called and made right there at the 25-yard line. Devon Achane ready to take the field with the rest of his Miami offensive teammates. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the 4th quarter. Now a 1st down throw for Tua. Now a screen set up for Achane. And he's out of bounds. Gain of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
Man in motion here is Washington. On the ground, here is Achane. He's got room to the 45. And they will finally track him down inside the 40-yard line.
It's a gain of 33.
It's another big play in a game that's had its share. 33 yards.
First and 10.
It's definitely nice to have one of those bruising, punishing backs to kind of help wear down the defense. But I'll tell you what, you can give me a flat-out electric runner like this guy any day of the week. He can turn on those jets, get in that high gear, and he is gone.
He's trying to get around the corner, but can't. Going to be run down behind the line. A completion, yes. A loss of yardage, yes as well. After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
This a must stop for this defense. Facing 3rd and long. And this defense holding their ground. They'll stop him for no gain. 4th down straight ahead.
Pretty obvious they're just trying to catch the defense off guard. Everyone's thinking 3rd and long. That's a passing down, and we're going to sneak a run in. So give credit to this defense. They were well prepared for both run and pass, and they don't fall for it.
Punt team headed out for the Dolphins as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a 4th quarter lead. This one angles out of bounds, and the mark comes inside the 15-yard line. The Jets offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. They'll begin inside their own 15-yard line, so a lot of real estate to cover. It's 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Catch made, right side. It's Johnson. He's close to a 1st down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on 1st down.
There's 2 big key pieces the way you want to evaluate quarterbacks in the NFL, Mike. Is the first one, how do they operate on 3rd down? But the second one, how do they throw the ball when it's not a clean pocket? And you saw here, the ability to be on time and accurate through contact. That's what separates the good ones from the rest, and that was a big-time throw right there. Things certainly look a little improbable right now, Mike, but I wouldn't say impossible. I think they've got to capitalize on this possession to pick up some points. Every single possession right now is priceless. Points, possessions, and then they got to get some defensive stops.
This throw left side, taken in by Johnson. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
16 yards.
He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
It's been tough sledding for this offense all day today, Mike, but especially here in the second half. So they are just in desperate need of a spark. Just something to get their offense into a little bit of a rhythm if they want to have any chance to find themselves back into this game here late.
That is incomplete. No way to force the football in there. Good coverage. It'll bring up 2nd down.
2nd and 10.
I feel like their quarterback, for the most part, has looked pretty solid. I mean, it's everybody else that seems to have let him down with the drop balls and the mistakes. That's really what's killing these drives.
Back to the air once more on 2nd down. He airs this one out looking for Mechie. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a 3rd down. John Mechie was the intended target, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Taylor. He completes this one to Mechie. A A gain there of 15. And the Jets have a first down.
A gain of 15 yards.
Okay, so now you pick up that first down, Mike, but now there needs to be a sense of urgency. You know you need to score twice. So this one, ideally for the offense, results in a touchdown. But either way, this first score of the two needed needs to be fast because you need every possession you can.
And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
I think the defense came in confident that they'd be able to get after the quarterback, right, Mike? When we met with them this week, they felt like they had a really good plan, some exotic looks, some different pressure packages, and it's worked to perfection. I'm not sure they thought they'd be one sack away from breaking the NFL record for the most sacks in a single game, but here we are.
That one's incomplete. Good coverage there. Made it uncomfortable for the receiver. Couldn't hang with it, and it brings up third down.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
And that one's incomplete. They really ratcheted up the coverage there, and they force fourth down.
I think as the offense comes to the sideline now, the quarterback and his wide receivers need to get together and say, hey, guys, what are you seeing out there? How can we find some open targets? Because on that last down, there was nowhere to go with the ball.
Now or never, they'll throw on fourth down. And this is not going to be enough. He is short of the marker. They turn it over on down. Devon Achane ready to take the field with the rest of his Miami offensive teammates. They built a nice lead for themselves here. They'll try to add to that, beginning with first down. They'll start on the ground. It's Achane. And he's going to be taken down, and that will take us to the 2-minute warning. Here's 2nd and 2. They'll drop to throw. That one incomplete. Good job, textbook there, separating the man from the ball, and it'll bring up third down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
No gain on the play.
Whistles here. We have another stoppage. Timeout called by the defense with 1:53 remaining. Punt team out, ready to send this one away. And you'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. So now the Jets offense ready to take over once more. This is 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules, and the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the
And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
A 6-yard loss.
Now a timeout, Jets. It'll be their second. And it comes with 1:15 left to go in the second half. Now, a big third down. Out of the gun, he'll throw. And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
He'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And this is not going to do it. The defense comes through here in the final minute, and it may just be enough to get them a victory. The Dolphins offense and receiver Jalen Waddle getting ready to go back to work. And this one really all over but the shouting. One timeout left defensively, but there's no need to use it here. Only one timeout remaining for the defense as they take a knee. So a win here for the visiting Dolphins. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. But in the end, got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did. And that is the difference in this one. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody.